Hello and welcome to this month's Oracle card reading for the month of November. Thank you so much for joining me for this month's reading. We'll pull 3 cards to see what each week of the month holds for us and then have a look collectively at what that means. So we have our 4 cards already done. So let's check out the card that comes up at the start of the month. So we have Serenity. We may feel really called this month to just peel back anything in our lives that is causing us a little bit of stress, a little bit of aggravation. We may feel like we just want a bit of peace, that we want a bit of serenity this month. Before the madness of December comes, we start celebrating the holidays, and perhaps we've had a really hectic summer, and now we would like a month where we just kind of get into a routine, get into some kind of structure, and just allow ourselves to balance out our social lives with our family time and with our work, and so that we really feel very calm and centered and serene this month. That could really help us to navigate things a bit more easily. It could help us to be more productive and help us get more done in the long run. So it's like things like taking a long walk if we feel like we get overstressed, or getting a good night's sleep, getting early nights and getting good starts in the morning. Just those little things that we can do to really help us feel a little bit more calm, a little bit more serene. Maybe we incorporate some kind of therapies into our lives, whether that's a modality like Reiki or some other kind of hands-off healing, or whether we get a massage, or whether we take long hot baths and make sure that we're just really looking after ourselves and giving ourselves that TLC. So that's something to consider for this month, Serenity. The next card is Inspiration. So we may feel really inspired this month and have great and grand new ideas. It's important that we balance off that dreamy side of our nature with the action steps as well. So we get that inspired idea and we roll with it, but we put structures in place behind it so that it builds momentum and longevity, rather than just becoming something that's like a fleeting thought that we forget about. But we could get really great insights. We could get this through meditation. We could get this through being more balanced and centered within ourselves. Inspiration really does help us to spark motivation. A lot of us say when we feel like we're demotivated, how can I get motivated? Well, motivation is really something that comes from inspiration, that comes from an inspired thought, an inspired idea, or an inspired feeling. So we can be really open to that happening this month. The next card that comes up for us for the month of November is Romance. So if we are currently in a relationship, we could see huge changes in that relationship. Perhaps partners move in together, or perhaps there's marriages, engagements, or that bond just deepens and becomes a lot more special and a lot more centered. Some of us may even be renewing our vows or move into a new location with our partner. So that's something that could be really special for us for the month of November. If we're currently single, it could mean that we are actually open to meeting somebody else. I feel like this year is a really funny year, because a lot of us want to be a bit more introverted and a bit more quiet and within ourselves, yet at the same time we want change. So in order for us to get that romantic partner, in order for us to build that connection, if that's what we want, we are going to have to push ourselves out of our comfort zone a little bit. It's not likely to be something that's just going to turn up at our door, somebody just turn up at our door. I'm not going to say that won't happen, because I don't want to put any limitations on anyone's manifestations or dreams, but it's more likely that we are likely to meet somebody through work or through a hobby or a club, something where we actually have to go out of our homes to bring that new energy in. So if we are single and we are looking, we've got to push ourselves a little bit. And then at the end of the end of the month is the card Ecstasy. This is probably the most incredible card in this deck, in my opinion, because ecstasy, it's like those feelings of joy, those feelings of awe, those feelings of like, wow, has this really happened? Like, such a high vibrational energy is ecstasy. It's about great new spiritual insights, epiphanies happening, realizing deep things about ourselves and other people, and excitement. So we may feel a little ungrounded at the end of this month, especially if we have those like things that we're celebrating, and those things we feel inspired. We have the romance, we have the passion. That is why it's almost like a story. So in the 2 weeks in the middle of this month, we get inspired, we have this flame of passion, but then we've also got to remember that there's great ecstasy, and we could be feeling completely elated, completely ungrounded, completely on cloud nine, but we're balancing that out with that serenity. So these are kind of like the two bookends to the stuff that's going on in the middle of the month. So it actually looks like a very positive month, a very passionate month, a very fiery month actually, but we can balance that out with some breathing exercises, with some healing modalities, and that could really balance and center everything out, so that we have all these great insights and we have all these great things happening, but we also feel very calm within ourselves. So that's something to just consider for this month. So thank you so much for joining me for this month's reading. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you would like to prepare your own, have me prepare your own personal reading, then you can find me at www.alyssacruz.com. In the meantime, I'm sending you so much love and happiness for this month, and I hope that you do feel those high vibes of ecstasy and passion, but that you can also balance that out with some peace and quiet. Until we speak again next month, I'm sending you so much love. Lots of love, Alyssa.